Google just released Gemini, which is the result of large-scale collaborative effort by teams across Google, including their colleagues at Google Research. It was built from the ground up to be multimodal, which means it can generalize and seamlessly understand, operate across, and combine different types of information, including text, code, audio, image, and video. So they have the Gemini Ultra, the Gemini Pro, and the Gemini Nano. So the Gemini Pro is available now. So in this video, we are going to take a quick look at how to use Python for the Gemini API, which gives you access to the Google's Gemini large language models. So we are going to learn how to set up the development environment and API access to use Gemini, and we will generate text responses from text input and also generate text responses from multimodal input text like text and images. All right. So we are going to use the Google Colab. All right. So they already have this Colab version of the code. So I made some changes to this so that it will be easier to follow through. All right. All right. So what we are going to need is to install this. The All right. So we need to install these packages. So we need to install the Google Generative AI. So when I hit run, right? So the next thing is to import these packages. We import the pathlet, the text wrap to wrap the text. We import the generative AI as Gen AI, the user data. So it securely stores the API key, right? And we import display and the markdown and also create a function to format the text to make it more nicer. So we set up the API key. So if you want to get the API key, you click on get API key. All right. So in here, you go to create API key in the new project. I already have it here. So you can just copy that and you get back to your Colab. All right. So you click on this arrow key sign here and you say add new secret key. So you paste your value here and you copy paste the Google API key name here as your name. I already have it here, so I close this one and you make sure this is on. Save it. All right, so we run this Google to set up our API key. All right, now we run this code to the for loop. So for m in gen AI dot list model, we want to list the model. So the Gemini Pro is optimized for the text only prompt, and the Gemini Pro Vision is optimized for the text and image prompt. So when I run it, it's going to show the Gemini Pro and the Gemini Pro Vision. All right, so next thing is let's set up the model. So we pass the Gemini Pro into the generative model. So when we run it, so this is the model we are going to use. All right, so when we run it, and let's pass a text or a prompt into the model.generate content. So what is the meaning of life? So let's run it and let's use our markdown. So we want to get a response to text. Okay, so we convert that to markdown to make it more nicer. So when we run it, so what is the meaning of life? So purpose-driven life, relationships and love, personal growth is giving me several outputs. All right, contribution and making a difference, experience and adventure. All right, it's just giving me some group of or categories of life meanings. Right. All right, perfect. So let's move on to so in case the API fails to return a result, you can use the generate content response dot prompt feedback to see whether there was a block due to safety concerns. So if you want to check the safety concerns of your output, you can do this by response dot prompt feedback. When you run it, it gives you a category of harm categories of whether it has these explicit, sexually explicit, if it has the harm category of hate speech. All right, so negligible harm category of harassment is negligible. So when it's all negligible, it means that it is safe. Okay, all right. So the next thing is all right. So the responses that comes out from the prompt, they are called a candidate. Okay, so you can have several candidates. So in this case, we are only having one candidate. So we say, so if you want to check the each candidate, you say generate content response dot candidate. And when I run it, as you can see, I already only have one candidate, right? So that means that we're only getting one response output and it's giving these safety ratings of each of the categories as negligible, which means it's safe. All right, so let's let's do another one. So if you want to stream it, you only pass the stream is equal to true to stream the output. And let's do the generate text from image and text input. So we are using the Gemini provision for that. Right, so we run this code to display our image and I've resized it to 500 by 500. So you can resize it to a desired size. Okay, so I have the image here. So if you want to do that, you can just go here and you can copy the path and you can display the path here. All right. So this is the image. Okay, I think run it and let me, okay. All right, so I passed the Gemini provision into the generative model. Right. Okay, so let's get the response. So we pass the image into the generate content and we pass the response text into to markdown. Okay, so let's see how it's responding. There are four bowls of food, a basket of naan, and a plate of appetizer on the table. Right, there are four bowls, basket, and basket of naan, and a plate of appetizer on the table. Okay, so I think it's captured most of the food plate, the plate in there. All right, not really giving me more detailed information. Anyway, let's move on. Okay, so to provide, so this is we are putting together a text and an image. Let's see the output. So we are passing a text which says that write a short, engaging blog post based on this picture. So it should include a description of the meal in the photo and talk about a Jenny meal prep. And I'm passing the image and I'm saying stream is equal to true. So when I run response.resolve, okay, and let me run the output. Okay, so it says I have been meal prepping for a few months now and it's been a great way to save time and money. I've always found that it's a great way to eat healthier. I used to eat out a lot, but now I'm cooking more. Okay, right. So it's giving me, I said, a blog, engaging a blog post. So it's writing a post, a blog post, right, and including description of the meal in the photo and talk about my journey. All right, yeah. So it's giving me some answers which are more not detailed, but yeah, it's okay. Right, so it can do chat conversation. So we can use the Gemini Pro. We pass it to the model, to the generative model. So and we pass the chat history. So we start the chat. Okay, let's run it. Initialize it, the model. Okay, so now let's pass the in one sentence explain how a computer works to a young child. So we pass this as as a message. Okay, so we are saying that this is the response from the text to the markdown. A computer is a magic box that can store information and do math really fast to help us learn and play. All right, yeah, this is yeah to a young child. It makes sense. And let's print the chat history. All right, so as you can see, one sentence and it's giving me the response. Okay, all right, perfect. All right, so we can do a streaming. So if you want to do a streaming, you can say stream is equal to true and want to print each of the response separated by a line. Okay. Right, perfect. So computer is an electronic device that can be used to program to carry out instructions and enter instructions. Okay, great. All right, so you can you can print out the conversation by iterating through the chat history. Right, so you say the user, the model, the user, the model. All right, looks great. Okay, so if you can make changes to your or configuration, okay, so you can make it to suit whatever you want. So we can pass the response, create a variable response, so model.generate content. You pass in a prompt, so tell me a story about a magic backpack, and you create a variable for the config. You say gen AI.types.conf generation config, and you pass in the candidate count to be equal to 1, the stop sequence is X. You can get more information in the document. And the max output token is equal to 20. You can limit that to your need or change it. The temperature is equal to 1. So when I run this, and let's see the text. All right. So I limited it to max output equal to 20. Right. So over lively street corner in the bustling city of Arcadia, there lived a magic backpack named Cosmo. All right, great. All right, guys. So this is what I wanted to show you. Just a quick walkthrough of the Gemini API. All right. So I'll be coming your way with more videos, with more applications like RAG applications with this model type. So stay tuned. And if you like this content, do well to subscribe and share. And see you in the next one.